2063 as we get going here. I do gotta mention that I was originally gonna do the full length race, but I decided to do 30 laps since we only have a certain amount of cars. And also, it is raining because that's how the race was ran in real life. It was raining in real life on an oval. Yes, that's true, and it's not fake. If you think it's fake, then I don't know how you think it's fake. Get the green flag after starting down the back stretch and almost wrecking because this Ferrari from us, David Piper, almost killed us. So yeah, going hopefully, well actually I know these guys ride better than the Indy cars, so we'll definitely have a better race all around compared to that. So it's gonna be a lot funner. Even if I do pass some cars pretty easily, I'm gonna pass cars easily since I have the difficulty spread really wide. That was my bad. That was my bad, Helmut. That was my bad. Did not mean to do that. Almost wrecked because of it. But we saved it. We should have as much fuel as we need to finish the race. We got cars being wide and Tony here slamming the brakes, which I mean was more intently. 20 car there was in the way. I think it was 20 car anyway, the Porsche. I gotta pay attention more instead of looking at the mirror. They're around him. 3 wide on the apron. Back in the day you could do that. In real life, Paul Goldsmith would have won this race. He's in 5th currently, and I can't get the right Pontiac that he ran in real life, but I do have a Pontiac that he is driving that has an actual scheme at least. Even though it's not the right scheme, it has some type of scheme, which is better than what I was dealing with. Get around these two. Probably just a little faster than those guys. I'm probably gonna get started getting stuck here once we get to the top 5. Which looks like Paul Goldsmith is doing very good to keep up. And I mean, if he doesn't win, he doesn't win. Not every time I do this, it needs to be perfect, like accurate to real life events. As long as he's close, that's all I care about for events wise. Oh, we're getting really tight there. We shouldn't need a pit. They shouldn't pit either. If they do pit, I might just pit so it's fair. Also, because I don't know, maybe my fuel load is a little low. I'm not sure because I didn't check the fuel load. I just put my setup in, which could have been made before I changed the setup or the fuel. Give me an eye, Robert Brown, as you see Goldsmith right there. Trying to get around for these two. There we go. Car's definitely tired, I remember. So it probably has full fuel then. It definitely wants to go up towards the wall more. And look at that. Even in the trials, sometimes I gotta blip the throttle. And again, I wish we could have a whole 1959 set for this game, because that would be perfect to be able to do that. Oh god. Really tight there. Also, this is pretty much 30% of the real race, so I mean, at least I gave you 30% like I do with most of my races anyways. They don't right in front of me and take me out. Yeah, I think it was about 27, not 27, it was like at least 25 cars actually attempted the race and only 18 either qualified or actually made the race. I'm not sure how that worked. I think they saw when Marvin Panch wrecked, when he flipped and turned forward and got on fire, that they backed out or something. Use this as a draft so we can save fuel. I was like slingshot, probably not gonna get. I'm trying to keep him off of it. He's gonna have to run since I had to use the bottom there. Come on. Have some good racing once we get to the front. Oh, they both got really tight. He almost hit the wall and I almost hit him hitting the walls. Back to the inside. Didn't really do much to the outside. It was touched. Try and keep it down in my lane. We do good with when AI do want to race. They are very racy. That's one good thing about these AI at this track, is they can hold their line. I mean, maybe not the Indy cars, but these guys can, so definitely have some good racing. Especially with the 1959 cars that I've been using to kind of like simulate what it would be like if we had all schemes. It seems like they do a really good job too. Again, if you're wondering why I keep lifting right behind them, I'm trying to like save fuel to make sure like we're good. I know we're good, but never know. If they pit, then maybe I can make a shorter pit stop than they can. Because he just has a better run when he's on the top coming off the corner anyways. He has more speed wound up. I'm gonna let him figure it out, go low. There we go. I just don't want him to go low, rise and go and die, and he clips me and wrecks me. Or the lap car wrecks both of us. I'd rather be smart about it. And also because if he has my luck with the draft, then he can get back to me as he taps the wall for 2. This time we're going to try to see if we can do a slide job. He crosses over. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, almost hit the wall too. He got it back, so I mean that's cool to see that the AI is smart enough to do that. Side drive. Pull left in the corner, make sure we can stay in our lane. Oh, we touched a little bit. We're still good. Drive it in again. See if this one holds. Trying to right him up. Oh, he didn't stay there like I thought he did. Oh, he checked up a little bit. He must have gotten tight. But we're about to hit the wall. We're fine. Push him down a little bit. I have a little bit of a run going to the triangle coming up to turn 1. It's a crossover. Almost have him, but he's gonna get the run back. Unless he gets close to the wall, which he didn't, he actually got to run all the way back over side drive. We actually got to his quarter panel that time. We're gonna have a better corner here as long as we can get up front. There we go. See what type of run he gets. Try to block a little bit this time since I'm actually lower this time. And all this, I think we're actually gaining on third back there because I think we were swap drafting. we're not really staying side by side as much. We're kind of like taking slips of draft, taking a run, and then the other guy takes a run right behind me. We're actually getting the faster laps too. Kind of pushed him up a little more that time. We got lots of momentum. We got some hot cars. Oh, he got stuck. No. Ah, that ruined a good race. They were side by side, and he couldn't figure out how to go 3 wide bottom, and I almost missed the corner trying to look in the mirror. That's sad. That would have been a great race if he was able to get by them quicker. Who knows? Maybe he would get back to me, maybe. Maybe his car just gets better as we go. No one has wrecked yet. That's also a good sign. Now the car is out wanting to enter higher than usual. Use this as a little bit of saving fuel. Get back in the throttle, get around Bonnier. I gotta race against my F1 series and some of my endurance races. Even some other races that are endurance and F1. I believe British car series I had done a couple of races on. I had them there. I'm not completely sure. I could be completely wrong. It's also raining. You gotta remember that. Traction is definitely not as good if it was in clear. These cars are, like, this track and car combo is, I feel like, the best feeling combo, honestly. I really hope maybe GP lap seasons and decides to maybe do the full race of the American Challenge Cup. Because that'd be kind of fun to see him do with maybe his skills and being able to actually make schemes unlike mine, or like unlike me for this game, and maybe actually making real life schemes. Maybe even have the real life Tempest that Goldsmith raced in this race. That'd be kind of fun to see if he can do that. I mean, if he does, how he does in a full 100 lap race, or even like a 50 lap race, like cut in half maybe. So originally I was going to do all of the cars that entered besides Junior Johnson, since I believe Bill Krause is the one that took over his car in the actual race, so yeah. I wonder where Goldsmith is now. He was 4th the last time we saw him, because he passed 5th, or whoever was in 5th now. Oh, Goldsmith's all the way to 18th? He must have been it then. Unless that was a glitch. And it was supposed to show literally, but if that's the case, then Goldsmith fell way down. He must have actually pitted. Let's see, what's the lap time taker name? See where he must have pitted. Because now he is back to 17th, unless if he had an accident. Unless if he's 10th, but it leveled as 18th, even though he isn't that far back. No, he's in 17th. Okay, so he had to pit. That's the only way I can think that he's in the back here to begin with. Say he went down pit lane. That's disappointing. So maybe they have to pit. So if I do see a bunch of cars pitting soon, I will pit, because like I want to make sure these guys have a run at me too. I don't want every race to have me win. Oh, it's back. It's over there. I see it now. Not that. I want that. Oh, this. Really? There we go. So we're probably only need this much amount, to be honest, with where we're at in the race so far. I think Bonnier has done some Trans Am races, and Canyon. I know he did Canyon, I'm pretty sure at least. Okay, so luckily I didn't crash trying to put that thing right where it should be, so everything else on the screen is where it should be, so that's good. Don't worry about that anymore. Probably move this a little bit further down so you can see the end of the actual track map's length thing. Coming up on 9th. We've lapped up to 10th so far. We're coming up to 9th here in a second. I know it was Mickey Thompson that took over Junior Johnson's car, that's right, because he owned the car, I'm pretty sure. I've done some test races to make sure this works. I wrecked with Piper more than anybody else in this field. It seemed to be like my bad omen for some reason. Roberts moves out of the way, that was a smart move, and then number 22. Also, this actually had a lot of like numbers that I can actually replicate with the actual drivers themselves, which was pretty nice. So I can actually have real drivers with their numbers at least. Most of them. A couple of them are wrong, but I don't really worry about that because I got most of them correct. Like at least 85% are perfect numbers, perfect cars. Actually a very good process what I went through to actually make this possible. Also learning, one reason why I did 30 laps because I want to keep it in the range of 60 because if I do the 59,500, it's probably going to be an NR anyways, and I'm probably only going to do 60 laps anyways because it's too much time. And in this, you can't do the full 200. If I was able to do the full 200, I would just do the full 100 laps of this, but, or at least 50, but I decided not to get my 30 wide with those lap cars. I had a couple cars that were 2 laps down now. We passed Robert Brown to lap up to 7th on that run, or in that straightaway. Definitely getting lower on fuel because you can feel the car kind of guide to the inside more than the outside, like it was. And also because we're not in a pack anymore, no faster speeds than we were. Bonnier. So we're talking about him being in multiple races with each other. 7 to go. I'm up to 16 this time. It was a good battle for like 5 laps. I've had that happen multiple times with my testing races where we had very good battles. Like we were side by side for a couple of laps before eventually I kind of just pulled out on top because either the lap car or he just got behind me and then I kind of just drove away since I could use all the racetrack until I got to lappers. Or I kind of had to use the track less. So I'm pretty sure this would have been an SCCA Grand Touring race. Obviously promoted by Bill France, since this is his track, and this was the time where he had so many other, like, series going on this track. He had Formula Junior cars here, he had the saloon cars here for a couple of years. Same with the Formula Junior, was only really like a couple of years for those. He had the World Sports Series, Sports Car Series here. SCCA, Trans Am, Can-Am, I think. No, not Can-Am. I'm stupid, not Can-Am. They would have never even tried to do the banking. IndyCar for one race. Obviously NASCAR in general. The Modifieds, the Sportsman, Cup. Even for the first race, having Cup and convertibles, and for the first Firecracker race, convertibles and Cup cars. So they had a lot of stuff going on in the 60s here, and that's why I miss the most, is having a lot of races going on in 1 week instead of 5 days of racing instead of what used to be like 3 weeks of Daytona. In the last couple of years, like 2 weeks of Daytona, and I would love to have 2 weeks of Daytona back, or at least a week and a half back. Like having ARCA back on the Saturday before the 500, and then the Clash at Daytona on a Sunday before the 500. If they're gonna do a race before, make it a points race. Make it like Sonoma, and make it like it was Riverside before Daytona. Or do like qualifying races for the actual dude races instead of actual qualifying. Like they didn't do qualifying for these bigger races, they did qualifying races for the duels, and then that duels went on to the 500. There's a lot of stuff going on, but you know, you get the point. A lot going on in one month even, especially since they would have had another race after this in like a week from them. So I think they would go like to the dirt track that's closest to Daytona and have another race there a week later. When they had the midget series, they would have run in the Memorial Stadium here in Daytona. Not at Daytona track, but in Daytona in the city. Alright, we're coming to the last lap. We're off turn 2 for 2 to go, coming down the back straightaway. Second to last time as we get around some more lappers. Lapping those two for the second time. As we come up to the white flag, we're going to take it home as long as no lapper or us don't get in over ahead and wrecks ourselves here, as we got the quickest time of the race that lap around. Also, I think it was in the USAC race. I thought there was not 4 lanes. I am wrong. There is 4 lanes of dudes coming out here. I just never noticed it, I guess. That's why I felt so big compared to like NR, but I was just being dumb. I just didn't notice. Alright, here we go. Checker flight's gonna come out. End of the video, end of the race, and we'll see you guys next time as we cross the line in first.